Hello there guys, Low Coach JP here, so I want to specifically talk about Mordekaiser. So, there is this Comet build I came up with. Okay, but what's the point of Comet even, KB? Like, literally you use your E on someone and you won't even hit your Comet, right? I mean, ideally you wanna proc your Comet with Q though. So, what's the point of this Scorch Comet build? Cooldown. Why would you even go cooldown? So, in a lots of matchups, you can only hit a Q or a E at a time, mainly range matchups I'm talking about, right? And so we can visually see it with our eyes when we're gonna get up from 1.8 up to a maximum 4 ability power depending on our level per stacks, right? Which is actually not much because the first ability that you're gonna hit your target with won't even receive that bonus damage from Conqueror, right? So only your E will get a teensy bit of damage from the Conqueror, right? Now some people also may argue, okay Gaby, but your all-in will be worse because you don't have Conqueror. The thing is, more than after range champs won't all-in you anyways, right? Now one thing to point out, your all-in DPS, not healing necessarily, but DPS, it's not way worse. It's actually not way worse, and let me show you guys. For example, you get to one in someone, right? Look, Comet actually resets at a high frequency, which means that actually our DPS is not like absolutely trash. It's actually not absolutely trash. Okay, but what if you're in between team fights, right? What if you're fighting multiple people? As you can visually see, it resets even faster, and we have AoE damage. So your damage won't be necessarily all that worse, your DPS, right? But it's really all about like maximizing out your laning phase by poking harder with your Q and E. And the goal of this build is, as I said, to maximize out your early game, of course, into ranged. You can greed on Ionia boots if you feel like. I just wouldn't. I think in like very easy matchups where you feel like you want to turbo carry, you could go for it, but generally speaking, people go resistance boots. Then you can choose, okay, what the hell do I go next? Do I go Rallies? Do I go Proto Belt? What the hell do I go for Gaby? So, Rallies can be totally fine. It allows you to really easily attach yourself to a range champion and just all in them, right? Which is actually really great if you get to connect your abilities. That's totally fine if you go for allies. Now, alternatively to that, you could arguably go Proto Belt, which is not necessarily bad, but allies is cheaper and more consistent, so I would always recommend allies. The goal of Proto Belt is it also provides stickiness and overall like more damage, but it costs more. But from my own opinion, like I would always say, just go allies, honestly. Just go allies, that's like very consistent. And let me show you guys on the scale. Scale is 7 now. So let's put some points, of course, in our abilities. We can see that our pokes are quite potent, actually, right? Why is the scale running so quickly away from me? So we're gonna go in, gonna use our basic combos, and we can see even on a real target, you know, it actually reset quite nicely the Comet, right? Wow, the scale player is different build actually. And we can see that really easily we can finish off the target. So actually you don't like let me show you guys on a, I don't know why he scales so fast all the time. Let's just buy boots or something at this point. Let's start off towers, of course. Alright, so cooldowns off. So okay, you can see even on the real like champion target, right? It reset actually quite nicely the Comet. So it means that at the end of the day we can like really easily like get multiple procs. So it doesn't like necessarily messes too much with your DPS. That's it for now, guys. Have a nice day. Let me stop the recording.